Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Julia Canon.
and you're on the air with Power Squared.
Started a little late due to technical difficulties.
Yeah, and Trevor had to drop out, so we'll have to carry on without him. And we're talking this week. Last week we talked about the end of 2023. This year we're talking about the 2024.
Yeah.
And what we hope to do and all that. And I guess primarily we want to put out new issues, which you've worked on, Julia. Mission I Stand a Stand, which is 20 and 21, and The Parents Come for a Visit, which is 22 and 23.
Might need a snappier title.
Maybe. This is the working title that we have. So think of a better title and let's do it. But Parental Visit or something.
We'll figure that out.
Okay. Because we need to probably start get everything copyrighted soon and all that. So anyway, so those are the 4 issues we plan to put out.
Yes.
Probably in the same kind of order we did: spring, summer, fall, winter.
Yeah.
I'm just talking off the top of my head. Do you have any memories of these issues, having worked on them?
Like I know for a fact it was like one of the memories, of course, is like obviously parents come for a visit. It's like we finally like realize who their parents are and like what they do and like how they feel about the whole thing of like their kids being away from the nest.
Yeah, they're kind of estranged parents.
Yeah.
The boys, and they have their own little. Everybody's got a secret.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is how it works out.
They dead now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in Mission I Stand a Stand, they actually get drafted into helping on a special assignment, kind of secret mission, using their powers for America. Little flag waved in the background. But yeah,
hearing a falcon in the distance. That's terrible.
Or a bald eagle in the distance.
Yeah, there you go. Those are the ones we're gonna put out. Those we've had done for a while, like always, but we want it.
I remember when when we were like transitioning between artists, you used a page from that issue for like one of my tests.
Okay. Yes, we did.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember.
Yes.
I remember about the issue.
And we took you despite that. I'm kidding. No.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was. Yeah, we did
like,
use it. That was one of the tests, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was
and
it?
Also, yeah, it was one of the tests. Okay. And also, if I remember correctly, we get to see some familiar faces from like prior issues from the very beginning.
Yes. Dr. Gail Reynolds makes a return.
Because whatever happened to her?
Yeah, there you go. Now we find out. So that's kind of. I think that I think those are kind of interesting issues.
Yeah.
And so looking forward to getting those out the door finally.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we're looking forward to is we're going to be part of the library pass, which means schools, probably high schools and college, depending on the age range that they decide these are, can sign up and have our volume 1 and a volume 2 that we're doing for library pass as a first release. The first 9 issues available for people to check out digitally.
Hey.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. That was part of the reason we did a volume 2 was to have more content available.
Mm-hmm.
And we think I think we're all tired of the first 5 issues, so we think the next 4 is when they start to pick up. So, and you get into the Kirby Good and Evil and Math Magical.
Yeah.
So, which I always like that title, Math Magical. Which sort of
puns.
Yeah, kind of. So we're looking forward to that. I don't know when that's happening exactly.
Right.
I think it's in January, but I don't know. And we will of course let people know when that does happen, and it'll be in the newsletter and probably maybe a bark.
Yeah.
So something to look forward to, and when we get more information, of course, we will share that. We're going to continue. Last week, I'm sure you watched last week's podcast. We talked about the 60 videos that we did last year on the channel, and talked about kind of we only had like really 3 guests all the year.
Yeah.
So we want to try to have more guests this year. We have one lined up for January 12th. So I looked it up. Doug Neff, who wrote a book that we've about going from, and I'm sorry I don't remember the title, but going from kind of a fan to a creator, and the kind of the idea of the steps you go through that to get to there. And he's the one that runs the comic book creator connection at Comic-Con and at WonderCon. So he'll be the guest in January. Talks more about creating.
Yes.
So that should be fun. And we're trying to line up other people throughout the year to be on the show. We just sort of dropped the ball last year a little bit.
Right.
We had some good guests. David Peterson was a good guest.
Yeah.
And but we hope to get more guests on the show. Is there anybody you'd be like us to try to have on the show?
Not that I can think of at the top of my head, but if I ever think of someone, I'll let you guys know.
Oh, okay, we'll put you on the spot more often. We also talked last week to Jen about the idea of doing some more artist takeovers.
Oh, like us, like doing like little challenges or talks about like either the comic or just things like that while we draw stuff related to Power Square.
Yeah, where we don't actually have to be on the show.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sorry, there's some stuff on my desk trying to fall over.
So I know there's going to be a couple of Fridays that we're going to be kind of booked for other things.
Okay.
So we'll try to tell you way in advance to make sure they work.
Yeah, of course.
For you. Yeah. We're not just going to spring on.
Yeah, well, like if and when that happens, just let me know, and I'll make sure everything's situated with my OBS.
Okay, and we would be open to having Jen and Rachel if you want to have them on the show.
Yeah, of course.
I still see Rachel doing the occasional thing for us here and there. She did the covers for the volume 2, and I would probably have her do volume 3 as well, since it's her stuff on the inside. And then we also have book club.
That's right.
Have you read Bone yet?
Yeah, I've been reading it little by little.
Right.
So we'll probably need to schedule. Would you be ready to talk about it in January, or is this something we should schedule out?
I'll be ready to talk about it in January.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still reading. I've read the first book, and I don't know where I am exactly, like halfway through the thing. But it's like little by little. But it's kind of an interesting story. So we can talk about that. And I guess, do you have any books you were thinking about for future book clubs?
Like I said, not that I can think of really at the top of my head per se.
All right.
Okay, like honestly, the only thing I can probably be thinking about is just like the Genshin Impact webcomic, but it's one of those things where like I'm mainly just reading it because it's more lore because I'm actually playing the game, but I think that's a different story altogether.
Yeah. If there's also any time you want to do a special show, let us know. You talked one time about doing something last year that never happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was saying like it was like a little fun idea with thinking of like doing something like Genshin related to you guys, because like in a way like Genshin is a way of telling a story, and we're also telling a story. So it was gonna be a cross between either I have you guys like react to like the character designs of how the characters are done, or it was some sort of like quiz related thing.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure that part out.
Okay, well, you have another year to think of it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and then I'd like to try to have a Kickstarter in the spring kind of area. We haven't done one in a couple of years, and
like for like a hardback for the next 5 issues, essentially.
Well, that and maybe the 2 issues that you guys did.
Right.
Maybe have those as part of it as well. Yeah, but I was thinking for the next hardback would be good.
Mm-hmm.
And the issues that we just did.
Right.
Just kind of get them out there. So I have no idea how we're going to do that. I just have this idea that we'll do it in the spring or something.
We'll need to probably start thinking about it soon then.
Yes, I think we will.
If we want to have everything lined up.
Right. And I'm still trying to see if we can get into any conventions. I don't think I applied for a Comic-Con, which I don't think is going to happen because they have like a waiting list that goes on for years and years apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And WonderCon was a little more open about it, but I don't know if that's going to happen either. They're going to tell me by the end of the year or make a decision by the end of the year, and it's almost the end of the year. Haven't heard anything. And since they're moving LA Comic-Con to October,
Right.
maybe that would be something we could do.
Yeah.
So I haven't looked into that yet because I don't think they've really gotten too serious about it yet. But so I'd like us to try to do a convention this year of some sort, and possibly do another panel. I think LA Comic-Con is more open to it than the others, but I'm still going to pitch it
Yeah.
under the radar to the other two and see what happens. But anyway, so that's kind of how I see the year kind of going. Do you guys have any thoughts or comments or?
Not that I can think of.
I can't really think of anything except maybe still putting up like diverse YouTube content.
Yeah, I think that was really good. The stuff you put up was really very popular.
Right.
The taste you did some taste tests last year, and you did a thing about a couple things about Comic-Con that were really well received.
Yeah.
So actually, you doing the content, people come to it. And then one of the bigger ones we did was the football.
Ice Shield 21.
Yeah, Ice Shield 21, and that was pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think at this point, Ice Shield 21 fans are starved for content. So,
So it played out pretty well.
yes.
All right. Well, that was sort of try to have a little look ahead. So I guess we're going to continue working on 26
Yes.
into the new year.
Yeah. I believe I give you like the sketches for the last 8, and I'm currently working on the inks for the pages you already approved.
Okay.
So I should have those done soon.
Okay. And I guess we'll just continue working.
And that concludes the 2023 Power Squared.
All right.
So if you're watching this on YouTube later and you liked this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment below if you have any plans of your own for 2024.
So until next time, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
And I'm Julia Canon.
and you've been on the air with Power Squared.
Bye.